Welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me are two people who think that True Lies is better than Speed. It's John Levingood and Megan Hoffmeyer.
No question. No question.
Hey, I voted for it.
Yeah. Well, you voted for True Lies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were very upset.
Yeah.
Well, so here's a reason that has nothing to do with my actual critical estimation of either of these films, right? True Lies. I can watch, we were saying this about Tombstone before, but I can watch True Lies anytime it's on TV and pick it up wherever it is multiple days in a row. I can't do that to Speed. Speed is like once every several years for me. It's not necessarily an inferior movie, in my opinion, but just based on pure, like, it's on. I'm happy to watch it wherever it is. Right now, for me, that's all day True Lies.
Yeah, I would say what I was telling Mark when we were talking about his betrayal over the online polls was that it's probably been, I don't know, a decade since I've seen either movie, but I remember more of the beats in True Lies and how entertaining it was, as opposed to Speed, where it's just sort of a blur.
It's just three movies in one.
No. If we're being fair, we're going to get to this, but True Lies is like a one-liner that is memorable from some character every 5 minutes.
And this movie won the tournament. It won the overall 1990s tournament. True Lies did. And then I put up another poll between Speed and True Lies. I got a ton of votes, and True Lies beat Speed because True Lies met Demolition Man in the final. It was closer between Demolition Man and True Lies than it was between True Lies and Speed, which is gnarly. But after watching True Lies again, I think I probably hadn't watched this movie in a decade, and I forgot how much of a comedy it is. It's really funny. This is a funny movie, and I love how kind of smug Schwarzenegger is in this movie. And I think it's almost perfect casting. He loves being a spy. He almost loves lying to his family. He's kind of a jerk in this movie, but I just forgot the humor and the Tom Arnold and Schwarzenegger going back and forth, and Jamie Lee Curtis falling off when she was dancing, she falls off the bed thing there. Like, it's just even the terrorists in this movie are such two-dimensional caricatures. Actually, they wanted the IRA to be the villains, but since Blown Away they said, okay, we'll pick somebody else. But
and The Devil's Own was within like a year of this too, I think.
Yeah. So you had Brad Pitt with a Northern Irish accent. You had Jeff Bridges, right? No.
And Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah. Oh, oh, I was thinking Arlington Road, but those weren't IRA. So there, and also
isn't that Tim Robbins?
Yeah,
Arlington Road?
And then Patriot Games, the IRA were the villains. So I think in the 90s they were just like, we need new villains. So they just threw in. Actually, James Cameron liked the actor Art Malik a lot, so he gave him the role.
Yeah, and I mean, there were some global things happening at the time. As we've said, you and I watched the full set of Bond movies because you got the box set one year, and it was funny to watch how the villains changed with the political climate of the world. It was like, right now, the Russians are a problem, so they're the bad guys. At some point, the Chinese and the Japanese are a problem, so they're the bad guys, and just sort of shifted over time.
Cold War, all that kind of stuff. But no, I had a lot of fun, and I'm happy this movie won. We had a great time watching this on Friday, John. So is this one of your favorite action movies, John?
I mean, yeah, that's such a hard thing to answer, but like going with my gut, if someone said, would True Lies be in your top 5 action movies almost any day, I'd probably say yes.
I think you would be.
If I'm ruling out martial arts movies, though.
I think you would be frozen in one spot, Levingood. If someone said, Levingood, what are your 5 favorite action movies?
I'd be a T-800 that got stabbed through the head.
You would just look like you would just perch. You would freeze. You would be like a tree, and I don't think you could process.
That's not fair.
And I'm not, John. I'm not insulting because remember when we did this poll, you were like, I can't vote. I can't do it. I can't do it.
We'd have to cheat on the rules. Like I lump all John Wicks together as one John Wick.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And since
there were a couple of votes where I would write like I can't do it, I'm not going to vote, and when I wrote that I meant it. I absolutely could not bring myself to cast a keystroke.
If you and I are ever talking and I need some like peace and quiet, I'd be like, John, what are your 5 favorite action movies? And then you would just kind of short circuit for about a half hour, and I'd just be able to.
These are tough questions for a movie. It's like when people who like say they like movies on a dating app or something, they really mean like, oh, I go to a few movies a year. Like for people like us, like if you said, what are your top 5 1990s martial arts movies, then I could give you an answer probably in a few minutes.
All right, Drunken Master 2, right? Drunken Master 2, which is amazing. The one with Jet Li that came out in 94, where he's just destroying people. Fist of Legend, right?
Yep, Fist of Legend.
Fist
I
of
might
Legend.
throw Super Cop in there over
Super
Rumble
Cop.
in the Bronx, right?
Would you put is Super Cop 3 with Michelle Yeoh, is that a martial arts film or is that an action film?
So I'm going to call that, if we're just specifying martial arts films, I'm going to call it a martial arts film. But any martial arts film, I suppose, is also an action film.
Yeah, this is where we have a problem when Mark is doing his data posts, categorizing some movies that, are multi-genre.
I would do Once Upon a Time in China 2, Part 2. I got 3 out of 5 in there.
Is this a specific time period?
We should
if someone said, what are your top 5 horror movies of the 90s, you'd have a hard time. If someone said, what are your top 5 thrillers of the 90s, now I'm not saying I have the list right away, but immediately Silence of the Lambs goes in there.
I think I would consider Silence of the Lambs a horror movie. Maybe.
Right, but I'm taking like subcategories.
Scream,
so I mean, like
New Nightmare. Is Deep Blue Sea a horror movie?
I would understand people calling it that. I think I'd gravitate towards just calling it an action movie, but it depends on your own reaction to it in a way, right?
Yeah. I would never want to argue that fact. If someone said Deep Blue Sea is not a horror film, I'd be like, I'm with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like if someone wants to call Aliens an action movie and Alien a sci-fi thriller, I'm like, I get it. If someone wants to call either of them a horror movie, I'm like, sure. Like, I get it. It's... these are multi-genre things.
You know what we learned? This is a multi-genre movie, I think. It's like a screwball comedy action film, which I love. And you know that it has the distinction. It's in the Guinness World Records of being the first movie to cost $100 million. And James Cameron was really pissed about it because they didn't count inflation. He's like, if you looked at Cleopatra, Gone with the Wind, and you counted for inflation, they would be the first. He's like, but since mine was... So then I guess Gone with the Wind's the first $40 million. Cleopatra is the first $60 million. Right. And he was pissed, though. He's like, I shouldn't be in this because you're not counting inflation. And that's something we always laugh about. And also, Megan found this out, which I don't know if you knew or like you knew this, John. It's a remake of a French film.
I did not know that. You commented on that to me in a message, and I stared cross-eyed at that comment.
It's almost beat for beat, except for the end. We went on Wikipedia and looked up the plot of the French movie, and it's very similar up until, they get to the 7 Mile Bridge in the Keys. But
La Totale is the name.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. And Megan read through the Wikipedia, and we just sat there going, what? What? What?
Even to the point where his name is Helene.
Yeah. So his wife's character in this is Helene in La Totale, and then this one, Jamie Lee Curtis, is Helen.
How old is this movie?
91, 92. We were gonna rent it. Yeah, we went online and we were gonna watch it, but we didn't. Yeah, it's not streaming anywhere. But we gotta see this. And we also learned there's no Blu-ray yet for True Lies. Mm-hmm. Which is weird.
I was baffled when you said that, and I actually walked over to my own collection. Because, Amazon gives you recommendations all the time or stuff that's on sale. It's like, that at some point, if there was a Blu-ray of that, it would have been on sale for $6 or $10 or something like that, during a Christmas sale or something. And I would have it. But I don't. I have my old Snapcase.
And a lot of people were kind of saying that he hasn't done it. Oh, he hasn't done it yet because he went into Titanic immediately after True Lies, and then he started jumping into Avatar.
Well, didn't he say he wants to remaster it, but it just takes too much time?
Yeah, and he also hasn't remastered another one of his movies that like in the 90s. Yeah, he still wants to do a lot of remastering. He just doesn't have time to do it. But there were theories going, he doesn't like it. He thinks it's outdated. I'm like, but you have no proof of this. There's a lot of weird articles, actually, about this movie.
I feel like a lot of people just didn't bother to get this movie because they're looking at it through a very smug, modern lens. But I've been reading Carrie L's As You Wish, and they talk about, obviously the movies are nothing like each other, but they talk about how they had to strike this fine balance in playing comedy, but being straight about it. Mm-hmm. Instead of winking and laughing. So they've got Tom Arnold definitely telling the jokes in True Lies. But everybody else kind of plays their parts very seriously. It's only when you go, okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a super spy who speaks multiple languages and he's super slick and all these things that it is a comedy.
Yeah. It's a total, and I don't know. But I want to clarify something on this real quick. So an article came out saying that in Captain Marvel, she blew off Arnold Schwarzenegger's head because the directors think that True Lies is like a sexist and xenophobic film. But in fact, the directors got approval from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they almost picked The Mask, but they went with True Lies because when Ryan Fleck, one of the co-directors, was working in a blockbuster, he had that stand-in, and he loves those movies. And they wanted a lot of the action scenes to represent James Cameron movies. So when they blow off Arnold's head of True Lies, it's not a statement, they just love the movie. So this article that came out about why, like, they did it because they hate True Lies is false. I just want to get that out there.
So any comment, though, that True Lies is sexist and what?
Xenophobic.
And xenophobic, okay. Sexist and xenophobic. Just to be fair, now this was a huge blockbuster, and a lot of aspects of this film are exaggerated for comedy or action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But despite that, is this really much more, if we're going to call it sexist or xenophobic, does this really stand out from other action movies of the early 90s?
No.
Like, this just strikes me
from
as
Bond movies in general.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yep, but like whatever sexism. When you said that, I was paying attention when I watched this again recently. And this is a movie that, by the way, my whole life I've watched once or twice a year, no joke, since it came out. So this is very familiar to me. So I really paid attention. And yeah, there's some woman shaking, there's woman slapping, there's a girl fight and cute dresses. Fine, but the women have a lot more strong moments than I think women would in early 90s action movies in general.
Yeah.
Helen Tasker and Juno are two stronger women, villain or protagonist, when they have their moments than you normally find in any early 90s movie, unless it's starring Cynthia Rothrock.
Yeah, and I have written in my notes here, Tia is tough. Because she is just a badass in this movie.
She's tough. She's smart. She's a successful business person who happens to be working with some bad people, right?
Yeah.
She's physically tough. She's very astute.
She knows what she wants, and she lets that guy slap her around because she's not going to let that get in her way of what she wants.
Right. Well, and if he's upset, he might kill her.
Yeah, that too. But she knows how to get what she wants.
Well, she knows how to play the game.
Business person, yeah.
Yeah, she's doing this for money. And then she took the role because she got to play a villain.
Is he treating her well? No, obviously. But they all have very sketchy moral compasses.
Yeah, and I'm not condoning that, but like, I don't know. But
he's the bad guy.
Yeah, we don't have to spend that much time on this, but I was a little worried because I read the article and then I hadn't watched True Lies in a while. I'm like, oh no. But then that article never even mentioned that it was. So a bunch of articles sprouted out from this article because they took it as fact. But if you're listening to this, just know that I went down. Megan was right next to me. I went down a deep wormhole going, oh no, is True Lies sexist? So watching the movie, I did a ton of research, and the Captain Marvel directors loved True Lies. So that article is not. I just want to get that out there real quick because that frustrated me, and Megan can attest. I was worried.
No, it bothers me hearing those accusations. Was that era like that? Yeah, sure. Is that movie stand up? I do not think so.
I do have to say, I laughed so hard. I think I shocked Megan a little bit. But that scene where he plugs that key into the nuclear device to set it off, and Eliza Dushku takes it.
And then he walks away from it.
Yeah, and then he goes, with
and then he shows it off.
He goes, with that key. And then I guess the producer...
The reporter.
Yeah, the reporter goes, what key?
That key, right there.
And I love, the guy shot that rocket launcher, and it blew the guy out the front window. And they all run in front of that gun that Jamie Lee Curtis... Like, this movie, I don't know, I guess... I never considered it so much of a comedy when I was younger. It's weird. But now I watch it, and I find it even more charming in that regard.
I think when we're younger, we see the things that are funny, and we acknowledge that they're all funny, but we don't know all the layers of why they're funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so and at the time, it just feels like this is Arnold getting a lot of great one-liners, and we giggle when he gets it. But then just all the layers of parenthood and your work relationship and your spouse and issues at work and terrorists, whatever. But there are a lot of interesting layers in this.
Oh my gosh, there's this great line when they're in the spy headquarters reviewing some footage. They make this throwaway, stupid reference to The Music Man, to a song from it. They say, where's the bad stuff happening? And one of the little lackeys goes, right here in River City. And it's just, that is a hilarious reference to a musical in the middle of a spy movie.
Yeah, I didn't even get that.
I didn't even know what was happening with that line.
I laughed so hard, too, when Arnold Schwarzenegger thinks that Helen is cheating on him with the turtleneck wearing Bill Paxton, who's amazing in this movie. And Tom Arnold goes, "Welcome to the club, man."
Yeah, no, that's just it. Like, wait, like you think that you will giggle when you were a teenager when you hear that, but once you've started living life, that both can twist your gut while at the same time being yet funnier.
And then he starts calling Arnold out. What did you expect, man? You lie to her and you're never home. All you do, like, and then didn't you read something about the two, Arnold and Tom's relationship in this?
Oh, apparently they became really good friends.
And they were the only ones who were honest to each other in the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They tell each other everything, these guys.
Except for when he hid the pages.
Oh, yeah.
The wiretap.
Oh, yeah, and they breaks the window.
He's trying to, give me the goddamn page!
Hurry up, my horse is getting... I can't do an Arnold impersonation. My horse is getting tired. Your horse. Hey, John Wick definitely paid homage to that scene with the horse. That's what the director, Chad Stahelski, wanted.
So I was working on this theory while we watched the movie and doing side research on my phone that True Lies and Mission Impossible are very similar in so many respects. I think that we have the fun Mission Impossible moments we do today because of True Lies. Think about it. The guy in the van thing. Benji's always stuck in the van.
Yep.
And he's complaining about it. At the end, he says, "I'm coming out of the van. I've been here for 15 years. The dancing. The bathroom fight. How about that?
Oh, the bathroom fight.
I read this Ain't It Cool News article from several years ago that's basically a love letter to this movie about how Mission Impossible 3 is just a retooling of this movie.
And
the video glasses. Remember Ethan has those at the beginning of one of the movies where he's hanging off the cliffs? Mm-hmm. The bridge scene and the x-ray scene. So these are all Mission Impossible moments.
Oh, wow. This is
the X-ray scene was also... This X-ray scene I viewed as being taken from Total Recall.
Total Recall. Yeah, nice little homage to that. I loved the lady at the front of their headquarters who, when they come through, she puts her hand on the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
"Good morning, Janice."
Yeah, and she's just stone cold. I will shoot you.
You know who it is, too, because of their frames. You can see their frames there. So unless you had two bad guys built like a short, stocky guy and a big, muscular guy next to one another, like... Even with the guns and the x-rays and how they're positioned around their physiques.
Oh, and you could tell, that was a funny bit. I don't know. And also this movie, do you think Arnold's had a better performance as far as, do you think he's been better in a movie?
I think it was really good.
Yeah.
I really think this is like a quintessential Arnold performance. I think it captures most of the best that he has to offer, except for what I will call serious action. Is there straight-faced action? Yes, but there's no like dire action. You are never actually nervous for your protagonists in this movie like you might be in Commando or Predator.
It makes me so happy when he's sliding on his back, waxing people. When he tells Tom Arnold in the van, "Hey, back up a little bit," and he shoots the skiers. He flies a jet. How many movies nowadays do, like, he just got in the jet? Oh, it's been 10 years. Now in all these movies, people do the same thing. Dwayne Johnson, all these guys, they kind of...
Bill Pullman in Independence Day, 2 years later.
Yeah, it's been... Yeah, so I mean...
But you really liked how Tom Arnold knew exactly how to close the jet to make sure so that just showed a lot of competence.
So I don't know if at the end when Arnold gets in the jet, or Harry Tasker gets in the jet, it's Arnold. When Arnold gets in the jet, I thought, this is why I love James Cameron. Tom Arnold runs out, and he knows exactly how to close the door and secure the jet. So that's a little moment that made me really happy, because that's the detail I feel like that went into this movie.
Well, and then you even wonder for yourself, like, obviously these two have a big history in the agency, but like, did they serve in the Navy together? Were they Army Rangers together? Did they, before Tom Arnold put on some weight, like, did they serve, in the military together? Like, that's a little moment that even kind of speaks to something like that. Because when was he using this? Probably not in the CIA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they must have been some kind of ops, right?
Yeah, I mean... And
he knows it, too. And he just could walk into his house and pour himself coffee. And the daughter, Eliza Dushku, is like, "Oh, brother."
Yeah, didn't they insult each other?
Albert, like, says something, "Oh, you looking forward to being shot out of a cannon?" And then she's like, "Oh, shut up, Albert."
Oh, because she has that helmet on.
I remember the first time I got shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
But again, that line that was shot from the hip. I wonder if that was even in the script, the way he sped that out, in that scene. But like, so he gets a lot of great lines. Like, Helen has her good lines. Bill Paxton has his good lines. Arnold has his good lines. A lot of Tia Carrere doesn't have many funny lines, but she has some good lines. Like a lot of people get their moment to shine back in a time when ensemble movies weren't really a thing. Not that this is truly that, but like this is going out of its way to give all your everybody spotlights, including our bad guy.
And I really like that. James Cameron liked the bad guy a lot, Art Malik. Do you think that's why he gave him he out Arnold in that action scene? He is riding a motorcycle through hotels and elevators. He makes massive jumps. You have the great bit with the horse and Arnold. But
that was the jump from the Matrix simulation.
Yeah, exactly. He flies 100 yards. But I kind of like that. In True Lies, he out Arnold. And I did not remember that scene. Did you, Meg?
Mm-mm.
No? Yeah, that was pretty sweet. And then also,
that jump was like from a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to recruit him, but also Tia Carrere was going to murder Jamie Lee Curtis. She was going to shoot her. I was like, whoa! I forgot about that. She was going to blow her head off.
So we're talking about Arnold, right? This is clearly a comedy. We're talking about. You even made the comment, which is interesting. It's like it's Harry Tasker, but it's Arnold. It's like this is like the guy that Arnold usually plays in a way. So a friend of mine who knew we were potting about this has like a comment or question, and it fits in really well to this in our kind of Arnold fanaticism. But Gina in Fort Lauderdale asked us, how is Arnold Schwarzenegger not the person most likely to be a secret agent? Like, if they wanted me to be shocked by Tasker's moonlighting gig as a secret agent, should they not have cast some McLovin-type dude from Superbad? Like, who looks at Arnold Schwarzenegger and thinks, yeah, that guy, I totally believe that he's just a salesman and that he has never blown up terrorists or something? I guess that's part of the humor going on here, that he's so obvious. He's not your Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible or your Sean Connery. He's the guy with a 50-inch chest. I'm sorry, a 60-inch chest.
I think that's part of the joke, right? Just that the fact that like he comes home, oh, you should have been at the conference. Right?
You should have seen that we were the hit of the show.
Yeah.
I had the newest software. You could actually see the credit history. Oh, it's fantastic.
I think that's part of the. Do you think that's part of the joke though? Is that he's just right? Like they're fully aware of that in this movie, right?
I mean, I guess in a way, I almost look at this the same way I look at him in Terminator. Like, why on earth would the Terminator be designed to be some preternaturally large person? That would just draw more attention to it. It would make more sense if it's just a regular shaped guy with a robotic endoskeleton. But you cast Arnold Schwarzenegger because he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. So now you've got this big husky dude.
Shoot, you probably got a lot of happy sales guys out there like, yeah, that guy's definitely a sales guy for sure.
Dude, yeah, you know that people selling like dashboard programs for sales were showing this at conventions in 1994 and 95.
Check this guy out.
To be fair, a lot of athletes from college go into being salespeople because they're very charismatic.
Hey.
So. That's true. No, that's a good point. Maybe he doesn't... Well, he's like the biggest of them. Yeah, like maybe it's not that surprising.
Maybe he's
have like
go for it.
Ex-running back selling stuff.
A linebacker or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Former offensive lineman. I did love in the beginning where he comes up in all of his scuba gear, bashes through some snow, climbs up, and then his suit is perfectly fine.
I have so many questions about that scene.
Oh my gosh, like the guy who's not even Arnold, who's running in his place.
No, it's the stunt double. It's so obvious. I love it.
So, okay, first off, he had no wrinkle shirts before there were no wrinkle shirts. That's clearly a CIA Omega Sector invention.
Yeah, Omega Sector with Nick Fury.
Omega Sector, right. And it's like, but so before he gets out of that pool though, right? He's in his scuba thing. He is lasing these bars under the water. Where did that pool go?
Yeah.
He was lasing bars like it was some natural waterway or something. It's a swimming pool.
Yep. That's, remember...
What was that?
Remember in the James Bond movies when the sharks came in from that thing? Maybe it's just a really rich person's... Maybe it's like a lake. Yeah, that's true. I don't get it.
Like, I never noticed that until... Because when you're watching something for a podcast, you think a little differently. Your critical hat is on, and I saw that, and I'm like, where's he coming from?
And he made sure that people could tell that he busted through that ice, too.
Yeah. I mean, there was that. There's no wrinkles in that shirt. Good for him. He is not cold at all, by the way, in Switzerland in winter.
Never. Always
I
Arnold.
mean, you're that big. I don't think you're cold.
That's right.
I have got like 50 pounds on what he weighed in that movie, and I'd be cold out there.
I like when he walks into the chateau and they go, "Wait, what are you doing back here?" And he immediately starts criticizing the food.
Yeah, too much garlic.
Right, that was when we learned that he
Get it all
spoke
out
French.
of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his French. And then he starts saying hey to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Colonel!
And then, of course, at some point when he's sneaking around, he's going to say, "Where's the John? I have to take a major leak." And in parentheses, it says, "Perfect Arabic."
Yeah.
Like he knew the slang for "I have to go pee."
Oh, wow. Oh, you're right. Yeah, he knew the slang terms.
Right, because it said,
Hey,
"Where's
he's a
the
super
John?"
spy.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's funny. I used to roll my eyes thinking he speaks too many languages in this movie, but it turns out he only speaks 2 languages other than English.
And I also kind of loved that.
They just so happen to both apply to this mission.
Yeah.
So
That's why he got selected.
lucky. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And not Rick Ford from Spy like
Oh my
Jason
gosh.
Statham. So,
Right.
Also that scene, this movie, James Cameron really spared no expense. You look at these party sequences, and I know this is bad, but sometimes I watch these movies where the extras are supposed to be these billionaires, but they're not billionaires in the least bit.
Right.
You know, but you watch this scene, and like all the costumes were magnificent. The amount of extras.
Huge set pieces. You see a lot. It's not even just like, even if it's a producer's house and you get the set for free, it's like even then, there are so many shots throughout this house in so many different rooms, so many different angles of this ballroom. The dance scene has some great shots. Can we just talk, by the way, about what I didn't notice when I was a teenager or even in my early 20s? That Tia Carrera was almost orgasmically aroused with every damn dance move that Arnold did.
Yeah, she
was like, oh. Like she would look at him and like she'd like make a face and pull your chin towards your chest, that kind of thing. Like, oh, like, and look at him like, where'd you pull that trick from?
This is 94 Schwarzenegger, right?
I mean, she was
peak.
so reactive to him in that tango.
So what do you think? She's not used to guys kind of being so forward with her, and so it's like she's just. Of course, it's an action film in the early '90s, so that happens. But yeah, she's dancing with. He's crushing the tango. He's moving. He's confident.
Even when they initiate that tango, so much effort and nuance went into the scene because he's hiding, right? He's very sneaky. I like the way they do almost like a Nick Cage next with him, like sneaking and avoiding the view of like the people looking for him, right? Once the search is on, and he just looks at her when he sees that all the doors are blocked. And he says, "Do you tango?" And she just kind of goes, "Mm-hmm." And before she finishes, "Mm-hmm," he is pulling her, and she's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, 20 feet before the dance floor too. They're dancing to the dance floor.
He is doing.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
He is manifesting tango maneuvers to avoid facing the people searching for him.
What do you guys think is better, getting to the dance floor and starting the dance, or already have your dance in motion and then hitting the dance floor?
Oh gosh,
I mean,
it's all good.
One definitely has more finesse to it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I don't know. I'd get too self-conscious not dancing. I'd have to make my way into it. I'd have to like moonwalk into the dance floor because I could do that.
I get that he's a CIA guy. He's lying all the time. He's always got to put on a show, even when he's scared for his life. But this guy is just oozing confidence.
That's this movie though. That's why I kind of love it. And then I love when he gets out of his league when Jamie Lee Curtis meets up with Simon, played by, the human embodiment of slime.
Pond scum.
Yeah, pond scum. And he gets out of his element and becomes very all he does is lie to her. And then he gets furious that she's lying to him. So then he becomes this kind of petulant guy.
Oh yeah, he has rage dreams sitting in the car.
Oh yeah, killing Bill Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that is my cousin Ryan and I quote this one line all the time. That say, "Oh man, I got her begging for mercy." Huh? That's idiots. But you see in his face, it's like a vein, like a capillary is about to burst in his eye as he's smiling.
Who is this husband? Dickless.
Oh man.
He is. Do you think? I feel like James Cameron let him do what he wanted in this movie, though, because it's like Bill Paxton unhinged, and I loved it.
And of course, yeah, and he's a used car salesman. Like he's the perfect role. He's got that. I'm not knocking mustaches in general, but that mustache.
Yeah, he grew that on purpose. With the turtleneck. I want to see more Bill Paxton turtlenecks. That's for certain.
All the things with the infidelity, with Tom Arnold going back and forth. It's like Tom Arnold was. Remember when we were talking about Tom Arnold's like, "Hey, welcome to the club, pal." This, that, and the other. When they find out that Helen's maybe doing this thing, he says, "Let me tell you something, man. Back my third wife, when she left me, that bitch took the ice cube trays out of the freezer. What kind of a sick bitch takes the ice cube trays out of a freezer?" Yeah. Like some of the lines in this.
Oh, I heard that was personal, that Roseanne Barr actually did that to him. I saw it in the trivia, then that's why he brought it up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I can strike that listener question. What kind of sick Roseanne Barr?
Now, also, James Cameron got in trouble for this, because a lot of people didn't want Tom Arnold in the movie. But James Cameron's like, I'm putting Tom Arnold in the movie.
And that was because of the drama with Roseanne.
Yeah.
That he had gone through.
Well, I mean, after anyone saw him a year earlier in 9 months as that rabid, proactive dad.
Oh, he was so funny. I
love 9 months.
That was what? Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, Hugh Grant, Joan Cusack, Tom Arnold.
So many people.
Yeah.
That was just
another wonderful movie.
Robin Williams.
Yep. Is the neonatologist.
I went to that theater 3 times to watch that movie. All right, hey, how about this? Let's take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll talk more True Lies. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I love that Arnold Schwarzenegger was terrible at smoking cigarettes in this movie.
Dude, when he did that, all I could think is, why did you inhale that?
Yeah.
You're built like that. You've never inhaled a cigarette in your life.
I think they're too small for his hands, honestly. I mean, he's done well at smoking cigars in other movies, probably because they're bigger and longer.
Yes.
But you're not inhaling those.
No.
And he has been a spy for a long time. Is this the first time you ever tried to look cool with a cigarette?
Probably.
But doesn't Tom Arnold make fun of him?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
He's a jackass.
I
just
just
said it so loud he almost blew his cover.
Like, he was willing to make fun of himself in this movie. That's why I kind of liked it. Like, Arnold put a cigarette in his mouth and smoked it terribly, too. But, and he got defeated by the Sand Spider, too, the leader of the Crimson Jihad.
Oh, that name.
I love that they're too extreme for the extremist sex, so then they're going on their own. And, okay, Megan asked this question. There were these really old artifacts, and they delivered nuclear missiles inside of them.
Yeah.
How did they get them in there? Is that your question? That was my question too. That was my question too. They're priceless. It's like, well, if you got them in there, you could get them out.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not priceless anymore.
And that's the thing. I mean, if they created something with plaster and put it in there, then it wouldn't be priceless. So why is it priceless?
Yeah, maybe the heads are.
I had to invent a whole backstory in my head to justify that scene. I'm not kidding. My backstory is that they literally excavated it from the top to hollow it out, put in the warheads, the MIRVs, and then filled that with cement so there was no tactful way to get it out so that it would hopefully get through whatever kind of x-ray screening that happened. But, like, again, I'm coming up with the whole story in my head for this, and I should not be doing that.
Yeah, the archaeological shipments in the 90s weren't as strict, I guess, as they definitely are now.
So
archaeological.
Okay, those things are priceless, which really, though, it's like someone has to be able to buy it, right? But let's just say she could have gotten millions of dollars for it, or $1 million. She was asked, why are you working with these terrorists? She said, because they're paying me a lot of money. It's like, are they paying you more than you would have gotten by legally selling these priceless artifacts? At that point, this is like the crazy rich villain scenario. You're like, do you really need the $10 million that they're going to pay you instead of the $1 million you could have made legally and not been on the run for the rest of your life?
That's a really good question.
It's a gamble.
But I guess if you're a villain, why take $1 million when you can have 10?
Or are they paying her $50 million? I mean, this is the early 90s. I don't think they're paying her $50 million.
Yeah, who's funding this?
This isn't like Mission Impossible Fallout, where we're doing a wire transfer of $15 million just so you can prison break somebody in an afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, these numbers, so I didn't get that either about it.
I have another random question for you guys. Bill Paxton in this movie, he does this beautiful dead-eyed stare when he goes, in Cairo. where he does this completely dead-eye stare. Totally fictional. But what do you think fictionally happened to him in Cairo that made him fake such a great dead-eyed stare?
I think that he just decided on his own he needed Thousand Yard Stare story, and he just decided to pick a place.
No, but what do you think fictionally happened to him? If it didn't happen, but what do you think in his head he thinks happened in Cairo?
Something deadly that got him laid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he lost his partner.
I don't
I
think
was
he
going to
thought
say
that
got
far ahead.
spurned by a woman or something.
Yeah, he lost his partner. He got double-crossed by a woman. His dog got blown up, and his grandparents got catapulted into
all of this together?
the stratosphere. Yep.
Jeez.
And that's the first day.
That's like when a Bond villain comes after you from who survived in part 1, but you thought you killed him, and then he comes and kills everyone you know.
Oh yeah, like that's yeah, it's like Ocean.
That's like between Casino Royale and the next movie. Right? He had his love. He was willing to be done. Then they killed her, and then he's like, I'm back.
Oh, angrier than ever.
Right.
These idiot. Oh, those idiot. Wait.
That's idiots. Care to tango.
Oh man. And then, so what do you think about the whole recruiting of Jamie Lee Curtis?
So that's about the most ridiculous thing that could happen in this movie. Well, I get that these secret agents are, I'm going to say I get based on what movies tell me, that these secret agents cultivate assets. Okay, fine. On paper, maybe they put her down as some asset or something, and he gives her some nonsense mission, right? But and there's going to be no risk because he's making it up and he's just setting up a hotel room so that we can see that wonderful striptease, which, by the way, was this not the same exact year that the movie Striptease with Demi Moore came out?
I think it
was
following. I don't think it was 94. I think Striptease was 96, right?
Do you think that this inspired Striptease?
Yeah, the director saw it and did it. Megan did some reading on this, and apparently it was just her in a silhouette, right?
It was supposed to be, and Jamie suggested that they do it in full light with lingerie.
And she brought her own, right? And she trained for it every day?
I don't know about that.
Oh, but you said that it was her own. Well, she said that she brought her own stuff for it.
According to IMDb trivia.
Oh, okay, not from her mouth. Yeah, but she trained for it. I mean, we like that. Yeah, and then
That's
Arnold.
Such a memorable scene, though. They made fun of that in The Critic.
And remember when Arnold dropped the recorder? I guess he really did that, and they just kept it in.
That was so funny because that felt so real too, though. You know, you got this husband who's coming home late all the night, his wife's already asleep, kind of thing, and then he sees like, whoa.
Yeah. Now,
and she really was pulling a whoa, like.
Yeah, Bill Paxton alludes to it earlier. He says she could be really hot if she wanted to.
Yeah, and then was there that scene she's on the bike working out? So I guess they're led to it, right?
It's just funny.
Yeah.
When she rips off her sleeves of that ridiculous dress they set her up with.
Oh yeah.
And then she gets the vase water for her hair. I love it. In my head, though, it's like that vase water is going to smell like plant.
It's
you know what I mean?
Smell
when it's
horrible, is what I was thinking.
It even gets a little green when it's been sitting there all day.
Mm-hmm. It gets a little scummy.
Yeah. She probably smells algal.
He put her through hell, though, man. Do you think it's? I mean, it's played as a joke, and it's from that movie. But do you think that was really fair what he did to her?
The interrogation scene was a bit much, but at the same time, he is a spy who kills people. Now, I'm not saying that makes you a bad person. I'm not saying that. But he is a spy who kills people for a living. He has already killed this week in the world of this movie. This week, he has killed 12 people on jet skis and in a mall bathroom in D.C.
Yeah.
Right? So he's a killer. There's probably a little interesting temperament there. And he thought that his wife, that he loved dearly, and by the way, for all those faces Juno was making, man, he just led poor Juno on. Poor Juno, no wonder she felt scolded and rejected by him. Like he for all we know, he's been playing it totally right despite his job, and he thinks that his wife of 17 years is cheating on him with this scummy guy. So I'm not justifying what he did. I'm just saying that I get it.
Yeah, could he have handled it in a more mature way? Probably. But he ends up costing his company money in the interrogation room. I was really surprised at her smashing the glass.
Yeah.
She breaks it. I was like, that is costing them more money than they bargained for when they brought his wife in here.
Yeah, all those but are the task force going to talk about that now? But also, he also married a woman knowing he was going to have to lie to her for 17 years. So he's like
they definitely should go to therapy after this.
Yeah,
I think that's a good starting point for that. But she gets back at him pretty well. I was really thrown by her her hitting him with that phone. Because do you guys remember how heavy phones were back then? They were full of metal parts.
Mm-hmm. I am rewatching this the other day, and I was like, he's got a concussion.
I know. I mean, it should have broken some skin on his face for sure.
He would have needed stitches on the back of his head.
That thing.
She hit him more than once with it.
It would have thunked you.
And then, not that he isn't huge, but then she kicks the dude in the ribs while he's down.
Yeah.
She doesn't know this, but he has terrorists to fight later on. Like.
Now, what would you rather get hit with? A phone or an espresso machine or a water heater?
Or a snow cone maker?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the espresso machine. But then again, those are big chunky metal things. I don't know. Gosh.
Yeah. Why? I love that he kept going too. He just kept naming different things.
He was in that moment though where he just knows. It's like I'm supposed to not cooperate. Yeah. Okay, I have to. He went until he absolutely had to cooperate. I think.
And he also can snap necks like he can rip a butter in half. Did you notice that?
He's really good. He can snap necks upside down while holding onto rope with his ankles. When I was watching him slide down, I'm like, dude weighs about 220, 230 in this movie, and he is upside down wearing dress shoes that don't have a lot of grip, sliding down a rope with no hands. I get it. It's a movie, and I love the scene, too. The scene makes me smile.
Oh, yeah. It's like super spinous at its finest.
And then he's kicking guns up in the air and shooting people.
Oh, that was awesome, though. I love that, how he kicks that up into his hand. That's been used in a lot of movies. The Rock did that in The Rundown. In that closing finale killing anthem.
So he definitely did. And Arnold passed the torch to The Rock, too, in The Rundown. So you think they did it on purpose?
Have fun, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, and my friend actually had a listener question about something that happens in this action section of the movie. Buddy from New Jersey asked, who makes a gun that randomly goes off when it gets bumped, a la falling down the stairs, and where can I get one of those myself?
They ran right into those bullets, too.
Dude, it was amazing how, even if only 1 in 5 bullets hit a person, when you really think of the randomness, like 1/10 of a degree of angle off in any direction, and that bullet's going to miss someone by 20 feet.
Yeah. Do you think those guards
did they kill like 8 people?
I think the guards just wanted out.
They were running into the bullets. Like they had super speed, and they were running into the bullets.
I can't live this anymore. I'm tired of it. I don't want a nuclear bomb a city.
It's interesting how ridiculous this scene is in concept, right? And yet it is a combination, super memorable, super fun, exciting, funny scene, and Jamie Lee Curtis gets a great spotlight moment.
I think it's not. I guess it's not meant to have an MFF data post. That's for sure. It's just meant to have fun with, right? I had the biggest smile on my face during it.
The Equilibrium gun clerics were studying this.
Yeah.
For their gun katas.
I do want to say the one thing that really took me out of this movie is when Art Malik runs into the bathroom and starts shooting at Arnold. Now I know he has 2 extended clips together, but he shoots about 700 bullets in that bathroom, and he never reloads those clips. That's the one thing. I mean, I know it's a 90s action movie, but I don't know. He fired a lot of bullets from those things.
Let's assume that when for 2 seconds you switch camera view to Arnold, he's switching the clip.
Oh, there it is.
Like every time it's not a continuous shot on him, he's switching a clip.
There it is.
And that poor dude in the stall, by the way, who ends up like, his pants are still down, and he's like, when everything's done, he goes and pokes his head out. It's like, I mean, he's not going to get killed, but every time I watch this movie, I'm relieved he's okay.
I feel bad that his pants get wet.
His pants ruined.
Yeah, I know I'm watching this action scene with people getting murdered, but I'm like, this poor guy. I also like in this movie, sometimes Arnold comes across big villains, big henchmen, and they kind of lay him out a little bit. So
he had a tough time with them.
He's like snapping necks like butter, and he's just murdering people. But I do like, nowadays that would never happen to Dwayne Johnson or Vin Diesel or Jason Statham. I like that Arnold, in the height of his power, got dropped a few times by henchmen. I dig that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, when's the last time The Rock was ever dropped by a henchman?
Well, at least 5 or 8 years ago.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Because in the Fast and Furious movies, now they're just going to replace the Avengers if the Avengers lose at this point.
Yeah, like the replacements, like the Avengers get blown up, so they just bring in Dom Toretto. That should be the next plot.
We're reaching there.
Like the boys, right?
I mean, in the next movie, I'm expecting someone just to have laser eyes.
Yeah.
Like laser vision, like Superman.
And bullets.
Like Homelander.
Yeah, like Homelander. And
right.
Rubber bullets don't hurt The Rock in this one, but in the next one, real bullets don't hurt him.
Right.
How do you explain that? A lot of push-ups.
Chest of steel.
A lot of push-ups. I replaced my pectoral muscle with
car parts.
iron.
With car parts?
Mm-hmm.
A muffler? Oh, no. And then, what about, I guess we're getting towards, the finale, right? I mean, what do you think about, the You're Fired and the gunfight with the helicopter? What do you think about those action scenes?
Just, I mean, they're utterly ridiculous, right? I mean, but I love there's only one thing that's so ridiculous that it takes me out of it in this whole movie, and that is when he shoots the missile with our head bad guy attached to it. That's the only, and it turns out funny. I laugh when it goes through the building and it hits the enemy helicopter, right? But that's the only moment that takes me out of the whole movie for all its ridiculousness. Although someone I know was complaining about something. My friend Jesse from New Jersey said, "What's the damage radius of a nuclear bomb off the Florida Keys?"
I was wondering that. Like, how far do you actually have to be away?
Do they evacuate the Keys?
No! Arnold Schwarzenegger just covers Jamie Lee's eyes and kisses her.
No, and they're only halfway down the Keys, too. They're at Marathon. That's in the middle.
So it's just a mini test. It's a yada yada nuclear bomb.
It's a MIRV nuclear warhead.
Yeah, but in this world, it has a 1/90th life.
It
span.
only kills everything in a 1 square mile.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
And nothing goes past it.
There's no fallout.
Right.
The radiation, none of that.
True Lies Fallout. It's the sequel 30 years in the future.
Actually, my friend even joked, and what's the fallout? He was even saying, I feel like this went unaddressed, but I guess Cameron had nothing to prove after Terminator 2.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a yada yada because they were close to it, no one worried. So I think you guys are right. It's a 1 mile nuclear bomb.
Sure.
I mean, they treated that like it was a Scud missile.
Yeah.
Except for the mushroom cloud in the background.
A very small mushroom cloud.
Very
I guess.
small, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just dissipates. It's like a minimal damage nuclear bomb. I mean, so I know you think I love that when he shoots him on him.
So it sucks down into an ocean vortex and it goes into Godzilla's lair and powers him.
Yep, there's going to be some giant lizards. That's why they're a problem in the glades now, iguanas. There's some nuclear iguanas running around because of this movie.
Awful.
It'll be like nuclear anaconda versus nuclear iguana on Sci-Fi.
Oh, in the Keys. And it takes place in the same world as True Lies. That needs to happen.
The True Lies cinematic universe.
Oh, I love it. And what about Art Malik, the terrorist, getting his nuts racked on the airplane, and then doing the double take when the airplane comes up to him?
There were so many like Wile E. Coyote, like googly-eyed moments in that sequence, and then of course that janitor who was just cleaning up. He was just cleaning up, and the Harrier jet backs into this office where this janitor is just jamming on his Walkman, cleaning up.
Mm-hmm.
They did that with Stan Lee in one of his cameos in Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. And then there's another one. When they blow up the bridge and those terrorists' van is half and half and a pelican lands on it.
Oh my God, give that pelican a medal. That was such a great scene.
I like those guys because that was oh man, we forgot about something. When he's filming the thing and the battery dies.
Oh yeah.
Aziz.
He's
idiots.
He's making his big speech and the batteries die. That's a funny
and
bit.
They really let him get deep into that speech too.
Yeah.
He got through all of his mission statement and was just getting to his demands. Battery and this dude sweating bullets. And then when he does die, to that pelican pendulum moment, the yell they do is so they go full throttle, and for whatever reason the thing explodes.
Yeah, it does. It does blow up.
That was survivable.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people don't realize that this is quite a humorous movie.
Yeah, I mean, this is you can't take it too seriously. Like this, I just love the speech. Did you pay attention to? I didn't pay attention to his speech because I'm just laughing at the guy with the camera.
No, because you're waiting for him to mention the battery.
Yeah.
Because he's got to eventually, right?
Our women and our children. I remember that was a line in there.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Oh, we forgot the part where Arnold and Helen are back together and they're escaping the place and the keys, and she comes around the back of the building and takes her high heels off because they're gonna have to run.
Oh yeah,
I married Rambo.
And then Jurassic World. She doesn't pull that whole bit.
Yeah, she takes the high heels off. She doesn't run in them.
Yeah, I love that.
That was when she got her little cute moment. I married Rambo.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And she sounds so perturbed. Like she's not trying. It's like the character is not trying to be funny. She's almost like in shock.
Originally this movie was supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, True Lies, and like Jamie Lee Curtis. But then James Cameron edited it so much, and he put them both before the titles, which I think is pretty awesome. This is supposed to be like an Arnold Schwarzenegger picture, but then she got co-billing. Which,
good. She certainly deserves it.
Yeah, he decided it was a story about marriage, so he wanted to put her up there, and Arnold agreed to it.
And she said it was a real mensch move.
She had her own fight scene in that limo.
With Tia.
And she beats Tia over the head with a full bottle of champagne more than once. What is with Jamie Lee Curtis and huge blunt instrument trauma? She is beating people over the head. I'm surprised it's not mush.
She's going to be a great spy, too. She can lie really well, and she loves blunt force trauma.
I really appreciate that champagne bottle doesn't instantly burst, like in some movies when they hit the person with the beer bottle. The bottle's not breaking. It's really thick.
Yep.
She even looked at it after the first time. Like, she was shocked it didn't break. She stopped and looked at it like, huh? And then, how about two?
Do you think Tia's out there? Do you think she survived that?
Well, as we know, every car crash in this movie results in an explosion. Yeah. So
I was
when that went into the water, it did, and we saw it in the movie. When that went into the water, it exploded.
Oh, it exploded? How did I miss
that's
that?
what I was thinking.
All these cars explode in this movie. It's laughable.
All of these cars are bomb powered.
But because don't forget, because there was all of the pylons down there from when they shot out the bridge.
Oh yeah.
So like when it's not like it was just going into the water, it was going into the pylon, all the rubble. I don't know how she was conscious though to even see that thing going over.
Are you saying that she has a super skull like Marv and Harry do in the Home Alone movies?
I'm saying that she recovered from those hits to the head faster than a T-800 would.
Those bottles are dangerous. Oh man. Megan also noticed that I like that James Cameron added the lobster traps into the keys.
Yeah.
It's little details in this movie. They really thought this through. And the green ambulances.
Oh, the fire rescue trucks. Those were actual Metro Dade fire rescue trucks at the time.
And how happy were you, John, when he turned an Uzi into a flamethrower?
That was interesting. That thing was that thing was going like 25 feet. He's lighting people on fire, dude. That seems even more vicious than shooting people, by the way.
Yeah, they were just lit up. So many explode. And he got the slow motion dive with the fire going over
swimming
him.
With the camera underneath him while he was swimming, looking up at the flames over the water. What a cool scene.
But his form is quite excellent while he swims.
Yeah, he looks great. And Megan also found some research where James Cameron said he made every shot difficult. So next time you watch this movie, John, just watch all the camera movements and just every shot, there's always something to it.
Oh, he said that about all of his filmmaking.
Yeah, it's more difficult than what it should be.
Yeah.
People apparently hate working with James Cameron, but like when they made Abyss, right? It was miserable down there, but he was with the crew the entire time. So when everyone's complaining, he's like, "You guys are a bunch of wimps. I'm here." So it's like miserable, but he's with you in the misery. If that makes sense.
When I was rewatching this, I was shocked at how beautiful some of the shots were in terms of camera movement. Even when he was taking Gizmo out for a walk in the rain to give Tom Arnold the purse, the sweeping motion of that camera was so much more than it had to be. And that didn't really register until you made your comment now. But I remember seeing that and being like, that's a great shot.
Yeah, it's funny, though. He probably annoyed the heck out of everybody on set.
Dog.
She was getting soaked. And I guess Tia Carrere was only supposed to be on this movie for, 7 weeks? 5 weeks?
No, I think it was... even shorter than that, and she ended up there for months.
Yeah, 7 months, you said, and she got paid for all of it. That's a James Cameron movie right there. But then it goes and makes a ton of money, and then people love it.
What's not to love? I mean, again, people can have their reactions that we discussed at the beginning.
Hey, stop trying to cheer me up, John.
Right. People can have their discussions, but it's like I have difficulty understanding. If you grew up with this movie, yeah. I'm going to give at least that disclaimer, right? If you grew up with this movie, I don't understand how you don't love this.
I have 6 pages of notes here. I just want to get 2 things out. I love when Tom Arnold kisses the pole after getting shot.
Wait. I have a special comment about that man. Hey, that man and that telephone pole was one of the times that I laughed out loud. Even though I've seen this movie like 30 times, I laughed out loud in my living room. Alone. I'm alone. And I laughed at that scene.
It's funny. Like, that's a good bit right in there.
Because he went and hid behind that thing, and if he had time to hit pause on his life, he would have been like, I'm gonna die, but I have to at least try to live. You know his stomach would have been shot or something. Like, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
We have some, I don't know how you're going to take this news, but Mick G, the guy who did Charlie's Angels, he did The Babysitter. He's doing a series for Disney Plus, a True Lies series.
I don't know how to react. I don't know if I'm thrilled or upset.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, right?
I don't know. I mean, are they going to be rehashing a bunch of things? Are they stretching this movie into a mini series, or is this after or before? Ooh. Is this like the Jack Ryan thing?
What
or
if
am I
it's
going to
like...
hear him say, yeah, but they were all bad again?
They were all bad.
What if it's like Eliza Dushku in the future?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Picking up the family business.
The way I see it is very Mick G style of sense of humor, but they already know about each other. Or maybe she's the spy and she has the husband gets into it. Because didn't she have to lie to her husband in Alias?
Was she an Alias?
No, Jennifer Garner. Wasn't she a spy and she had to lie to her person? That was a long time ago.
I don't think she was attached for a long time.
Oh, okay.
And then she got into, what's his name, Varner.
Oh, yeah, she was with Bradley Cooper there for a while,
Well,
too.
no, he was her BFF.
Oh.
And he was obsessed with her.
Got it.
And then he got killed.
I think it'll just be a fun comedy where they know about each other. And I think if they do it now, it's going to be the female spy. But I think Mick G, if he can catch the vibe of it could be fun.
I think it should be Eliza Dushku.
Yeah,
I would hope that he doesn't go like to the extreme that he does with his Charlie's Angels movies, though. Like, because they were a little out there. Not that I didn't enjoy them.
It was like a color explosion, those movies.
Well, and then all the wire work was kind of silly.
I do like what Meg said, Eliza Dushku.
Well, you know she's a badass. She did Buffy for so long.
And she, after the bad press about what happened to her on the set of this, give her a chance to run it back. Who would you cast opposite her?
Ooh.
Iko Ue.
That would be awesome.
Scott Adkins. Give me Scott Adkins.
No,
I want Scott Adkins. Give him a bad guy role. Just put Scott Adkins in it. If you told me, hey, John, McGee is doing a True Lies series, and I don't know what his role is, but Scott Adkins is at least in one scene in one episode, I'd be like, I'm buying.
What about our guy from Into the Badlands? The one that was just on...
Daniel Wu? Oh, no. The guy who's going to be in Mortal Kombat. He's in the Wu Assassins, too. Oh, man. He'd be really good. All right, we're almost there. We love Wu Assassins and Into the Badlands, and there's a guy in that show we like a lot. And he just got cast... Oh, Iko Ue just got cast in Mortal Kombat, too, John.
Oh, lovely.
Louis Tan should be in there.
He would be awesome opposite her.
Louis Tan and Eliza Dushku crushing it. They're funny.
I'd see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd see that.
She was funny as Faith. She dropped and Bring It On.
Yeah, she was great as Faith. I saw all of Buffy. Very big fan.
Oh, Meg, write the script. Let's call Cameron.
Okay.
Let's get a hold of McG. And also, they're doing a Babysitter sequel, which made John start dancing to some Foghat.
Oh my gosh, I just loved her in
Ready or Not.
Yes.
So I was having a Twitter conversation with the guy who plays the clown in Terrifier.
Oh, nice.
And talking about how we never got Ash versus Jason versus Freddy, so maybe we can get Art versus... Because someone was like, oh, Terrifier's getting a sequel, and so is The Babysitter. And then I made that comment, and I said, wouldn't it be cool if we could get B versus Art the clown?
What did he say?
Oh, he's like, I'm all in.
That movie I don't want to watch, John. So John wrote a review for Movies, Films, and Flicks about a movie called Terrifier, which looks too nasty for me.
No, I've been circling that movie for 2 years. Like, it's always been in my queue, and then I'm like, I'm afraid this is going to suck. Like, I really thought that. And then I saw it, and I was pretty wowed by it. But it is gruesome.
The title just sounds mean.
Yeah, terrifying. It better be terrifying.
It is mean. But I tell you, Art the Clown, for a villain that has 0 lines like Mike Myers, there is so much personality there. So it's almost worth watching just for that, but it's gruesome.
I'm going to watch it.
I derailed you from True Lies, though.
I'm going to watch it on a 3-speed fast forward Terrifier.
3-speed fast forward?
Yeah, with no sound. But hey, final thoughts about this movie? John, what do you got to say before we get out of here? But what are your final thoughts about this flick?
I think this movie holds up stunningly well. Not that I personally don't think that about all Arnold movies, but even in the realm of Arnold movies. I mean, the budget's huge. It stands up pretty well. A lot of it is pretty timeless in situation. And all the acting performances are spot on. Everybody's wonderful. And these are all actors that young viewers should at least know, even if they didn't grow up loving them. So I think you see that for that alone, and to see the pinnacle of Arnold as well.
Meg, final thoughts?
I'm going to say that the badass ladies in this movie really made it, because they're almost ahead of their time.
Yeah.
They're really tough. They fight for themselves. They were gorgeous at the same time. And then, yeah, they didn't always get treated well, but they held up.
I thought it was interesting, Eliza Dushku, she wasn't that bad. She took some money from her dad, but he's never there. But she makes a cake with him. She stays up. She hangs out with the mom.
Well, clearly she doesn't have the best home life, so she might need to go to therapy too. Yeah.
And she steals the key at the end. I love that. And then I just want to say before we get out, I love when I think my favorite part is when Arnold in this movie, he's get a true serum. He goes, I might get an infection.
You should use an alcohol swab.
Yeah.
No, but this is awesome. And I think I'm happy that Movies, Films, and Flicks, the people on Facebook voted this, because I really enjoyed watching this again. This holds up. It makes me not want to watch Speed again, because I'm worried Speed won't hold up as well as this, and I champion the heck out of Speed.
I'm not kidding. Ever since you started all those polls, it made me think, man, I haven't seen Speed in forever. I should watch Speed. And then I don't, because I'm worried that it won't be what I remember it being.
Well, I'll make sure it wins a tournament, so we have to bring you back on and talk about it.
Just skip Speed and watch John Wick.
Oh, just again, randomly?
Yeah.
Talk about the third one?
On every flight where there is a John Wick film available, I will watch it.
Yeah, that and Aladdin. All right, so hey, this was fun. So check out True Lies. Head over to Movies, Films, and Flicks. Check out our Facebook page. Like it. John has a ton of new reviews up. You just wrote one for The Cleanse, John. You want to promote that?
Boy, really weird, neat movie that crosses genres. It's, guys, look it up. I won't try and explain The Cleanse, but it's as much horror and drama as it is fantasy and comedy. It's very light. There's nothing gruesome. It's a monster movie about catharsis. And all the performances are great. Johnny Galecki, Angelica Houston, Oliver Platt. This has a real cast.
And those monsters look cute.
I was really excited for a minute. A horror movie about a cleanse. You meant, like a juice cleanse.
Yeah.
They advertise it as a comedy, drama, fantasy on IMDb. I see clear elements of horror in the movie, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's premised on it. But yeah, it's one of those movies that I can't describe. And by the way, totally original. I'm sure that someone could pull some movie out of their hat that has some parallels to this, but I really have trouble comparing this to like anything. I'm like, if you like this, watch Her. With Joaquin Phoenix and ScarJo, right?
Yeah.
Her, The Leftovers, maybe. Like, I have a lot of difficulty finding analogous stories to this.
Oh, I like that. And those monsters look cute.
And they're cute.
So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, Megan Hoffmeyer, John Levengood, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.